Hey everybody, welcome back to Simply Cerisa. If you can believe it, we are already into our next holiday season, which happens to be Valentine's Day. Now, I got particularly excited about Valentine's Day this year, and I have so many ideas that I'm actually gonna break this up into 2, possibly 3 different videos, all based around Valentine's Day. Now, this first one though is very special to me because I think that this information is going to be super helpful in you deciding what to do and or get for your Valentine this year. So that being said, let's get started. Let's talk about what your love language is. I am not going to be able to tell you personally what it is that really speaks to you and your heart. So the way that you find that out is you take a quick test, and it's very helpful to get your significant other to take the test too, because ultimately we want to know how to communicate properly and express love to our loved one in the right way. So I'm going to put a link below so that you can get all the information on what the love languages are, the book I believe that's been written about it, and maybe a link to a test if I can find it. Now, don't get scared when I say test. These are very quick. They're like one-pagers. You kind of circle some answers, and then based on how you answered those questions, you are scored, and they show you what your love language is. And there are 5 basic ones. So after you do all of that, you'll have a much better picture on which gifts that you should be giving to your loved one. Now, the gifts that I'm going to talk about today are going to be specifically based around these 5 love languages. So let's get into the first love language. Is words of affirmation. Now, what that usually means is the person in your life loves to receive kind words, positive words, uplifting conversations about them. Now, don't take this as vanity. It's just something that some of us really like. So the gift that I would suggest you get somebody in your life that loves words of affirmation are exactly that. Now, I know for some of us it's hard to verbally express those things, especially face to face. And let's face it, it can get really awkward when you just randomly walk up to your significant other and just start speaking very positive things from them. They might not know how to take it, and you might come off as maybe insincere at first because it is awkward. So 2 gifts that I think are a great idea to be able to give and work on ahead of time are, number 1, a video. Now, this allows you a little bit of freedom because you can either take from video clips that you've done in the past, you can put them into something super simple. Most of you have video capabilities on your phones, your cameras, or your computers, even iMovie, I'll just take it for example. Throw in some video footage that you have with your significant other and or pictures that you can put into semi-slideshow, and then you can either do a voiceover or you can actually come up with some quotes or some sayings and insert them as pictures into your video. Now, if you want to amp it up a little bit, you can take the time to personally express whatever it is that you want to say to that person at the beginning or the end or both of your video. So you're actually giving them a physical gift of all these memories that you've made with them and a new memory, but you are also giving them what their heart's desire is and speaking something positive and loving to them without the awkwardness of having to do it face to face maybe the first time. And it's also something they can keep and cherish and refer back to when they're feeling a little bit down or low and they just really want to hear some kind words from you again. They can go back and watch the video. So this is a gift that just keeps on giving. The other gift you can give somebody as words of affirmation are in the form of a card. Now, people that love these things love the cards usually that say very heartfelt, kind of lengthy things. So you can find a beautiful card that either already has that stated in it and then finish it off yourself, or you can do something like grab a beautiful quick card that just has a nice quick saying in it and then just pour your heart out until it's content into the card and give it to them. I think that they're really going to appreciate that. And then if you want to add something extra, maybe their favorite candy or a snack or whatever it is that you want to add to the gift, but truly, truly putting the time and effort into the words that you say or have on the card are really going to speak volumes to people with this love language. second love language is probably one of mine currently. It is acts of service. Now, I know that sounds kind of funny, but I'm sure there's so many of you out there that either go, yes, if someone does the dishes for me, game over. I love them for the rest of their lives. Or, you know, if you catch your hubby out there mowing the lawn and doing extra stuff when it's kind of their day off and it just makes your heart want to burst, then you may be this person that has the acts of service love language. So what you want to give to someone who has that love language is you want to take the time out to maybe spoil them for the day. Maybe be the house cleaner if they're normally the house cleaner. If they, whatever their chore is, you might want to take that chore on and just do it for them for that entire day or the weekend. Or if you know that there's something that they've needed to have done, but maybe haven't had the time, the money, or the energy to do it, then you go and do that for them. These are the type of people that really appreciate and love it if you take their car and get the oil changed and run it through the car wash and put their favorite little scented thingy inside it and then bring it home to them and just have it sitting in the garage. Or maybe you're the one who, you know, goes in and you make the bed and you cook them breakfast and then you actually do the dishes afterwards. People that have this love language thrive on acts of service. So think of some creative ways that you can actually do something that they need or want or love to have done and normally have to do it themselves. The third love language is receiving gifts. Now, these people generally love any and every gift, but their favorite gifts are the ones that are truly heartfelt and really well thought out gifts. So a few ideas that I have for you are, again, maybe doing, instead of the video montage, maybe actually taking a beautiful photo of the two of you or your favorite photo of yourself even, and doing a quick edit on it and then sending it off to your favorite printer and actually having this photo printed of the two of you or whatever that is that you think they will really appreciate. You can even go a step further if you have a quick editing app and add maybe a quote or a small poem or a small saying that you know they love at the bottom or the top of the photo, and then get it framed. Go grab a frame. There's countless places that sell frames these days. So just make sure it sort of goes with the decor in the home, and grab a frame and actually have that put in there and wrap that up beautifully, and you're golden. Another option though would be to actually find or buy a gift that has a photo of something of a beautiful memory of yours together and actually have that put on a print or a canvas. My hubby actually went and found and bought a, this is one of those metallic prints of the place where he proposed to me. I was shocked when I opened the gift. It was fantastic. This is something that, you know, happened 20 years ago. But the fact that he took the time to actually research it out, find a picture of the place where we got engaged, and then have it put on this type of a frame and then had it ready for me for a holiday was just extra special, above and beyond. It's something that I will never forget, and it's a gift that I will always cherish, but it's not your typical present as well. It's something that's super personal to us. Okay, last but not least, again, going back to gifts, you can do the same thing with these photos that you can have printed and whatnot, but do it maybe on a coffee cup or a mug. This particular mug is something that we had made up with a picture from a vacation, and then I had a scripture and a word put on the other side of it, so that every single time I grab this in the morning, I'm reminded of this beautiful vacation that we had and just this really special time that was given to us. And it's just on a simple coffee mug, and these things can be like $6.99, and they're so simple. I believe I got this one from, I think it was Snapfish, and I just uploaded the picture, added the quote thing that I wanted on there, and I had it shipped straight to my house. So you can give a beautiful personalized gift without even leaving your doorstep. The next love language is quality time. Now, quality time is so much fun because that means that you get to have the gift just as much as the person that you're giving it to. So don't think of it as, oh great, I gotta go spend, 3 days doing something that I don't like to do. It's not about that at all. People that love quality time, which this happens to be my main love language, are people that they just want to know that they have your undivided attention just for a certain period of time, to know that they're important to you. Now, that could be going and getting a pedicure with that person. Maybe grabbing their favorite drink from Starbucks or Dutch or whatever, and finding the nearest pretty park and just hanging out, going for a walking side by side, looking at the scenery, going to the zoo if that person enjoys the zoo, taking a drive up to the mountains or down to the beach for a couple of hours. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be a huge grand gesture. It's literally just your time. And if you can couple that with something a little bit personal that they love or love to do, i.e. their favorite drink, or maybe stopping and picking up their favorite muffin that they love, and then going and just having a quick little breakfast picnic with them. Whatever it is, it's the idea that you wanted to spend time with them. Now, if you want to amp it up a little bit, there are other things you can go do as a gift. You can find a craft night, a paint night. You can go to the movies together. There's just countless things that you can do, but it's just these one-on-one interactions that are just so valuable to the person who receives love in the quality time love language, that's all you want to do. And again, it could be as simple as a 45-minute walk in the park to, a 3-hour evening or a weekend trip if you can take that. This last love language is a funny one because I think so many people get it going one direction, if you know what I mean. It is physical touch. Now, everybody knows exactly what that means, but you can do this in a gift form. So physical touch, and you can combine it with quality time and whatnot, as in going and actually getting, like I said earlier, a pedicure together, a couples massage. If you're talented and able and you're in that type of relationship to be able to give that person a massage, great. These people crave that physical interaction where if you're gonna take them to the movies, great, but you're gonna make sure you sit next to them, you're gonna hold their hand, you're gonna put your arm around them. If you're going for the walk in the park, you're gonna definitely be arm in arm. You're gonna take time to want to sit down and hold hands while they're talking. You're gonna want to give lots of hugs. They just crave just having that physical interaction around them. And it can be done in just countless ways. So this can be really fun and it can be really enjoyable. So just make sure that if you know your person has that love language, that you're taking the time to think about that and to take time out of your day or your evening spent together, like I said, to just interact physically. Grab their hands when you're talking to them. Put your hands on their face if they're okay with that. Maybe, putting your hands through their hair, whatever that means to them. Just try different things to see how they receive it. Most of them are people that like this are just liken it to, your little cuddly puppy, or, they just love being, their ears rubbed and being hugged and snuggled, or even, your baby or your toddler. Just think of it that way. Physical touch is just a very real way for people who have this love language to just feel loved and feel accepted. Okay, that does it for the love language version of Valentine gift ideas. Now, I touched on a few very specific things that you could do or buy for your loved one based on their love language. So what I'm going to do in my next video is I'm actually going to give you what I'm going to call more local ideas. So for my local friends and family, I hope that you appreciate this next video as well, because I'm going to go in a lot more detail on different things that you can do in and around the Central Valley. And for everybody else, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you hit like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Happy Valentine's Day.